Hey guys, Erin here. So today's podcast is a two-parter, and I got to interview the owner of Payattu Kalari, the premier Kalaripayattu school in Kottayam in Kerala, India. This is the place that I trained in December, and if you've been following my social medias, you'll see some wonderful, beautiful photos and videos of me training in this shala in his Kalari. In this episode, we talk about what is Kalaripayattu, why it's so amazing, where it comes from, and the similarities between yoga and Kalaripayattu. We also go into some deep and spiritual discussions about the application in life on the mat and off the mat. So I hope that you enjoy. And if you're curious to check out this Kalari in India, you can check out the website. It's payattukalari.com. I will be putting the URL in the show notes. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I hope you enjoy. Namaste. Now, one of my favorite parts about Kalaripayattu was so we would train really hard. With Deepak was pushing me, which was great. And then there were moments where we'd stand and we'd take the Shakti Mudra and come into our heart. And the name of that sort of meditation technique, I think it's something like Vira Mudra Dhyanam. Maybe I'm saying it wrong.
Yeah.
Yes.
Vira Mudra Dhyana.
It's very powerful because dance and martial arts, all these different things, it's an expression of Shakti, right? So if you can get the prana moving through your body, and then you can focus on the area, like your heart is your power center, and then draw that prana in. What you're talking about as far as like working through fear and sharpening the mind and things, it's like if you can get the prana stimulated and then draw it into the heart, there's a transformative effect that happens. I remember the first, I think it was the first practice or two, Deepak had me do that. And he said, okay, now breathe, focus on your heartbeat. And I started crying, and he was very compassionate, very sweet. And for me, it was just this sort of processing this deep stuck energy. And this art, one of the reasons that I'm so passionate about it, and I think for you too, is that we see the need for it. Like you said, there's this new generation coming up. There's lots of great things about them. They're more empathetic and things like this, but in other ways, they're very tuned out. And
Yeah,
so,
what is my experience is with the Kalari, and I used to admit the students from the village. Some people are a little bit depression and also hormonal imbalance. People, I can see. I used to see the difference very soon. Within
mm,
months, we can see the difference of hormonal imbalance problem and the depression problem, unnecessary fearness, and characteristic problems like right? These all things are solved very soonly with the Kalari. Kalari has actually a good medicine for all this. But
mm,
what we are saying in the yoga is that every Kalari practitioner must practice yoga
love that
because the
because
color, yeah, because there is in once upon a time there was no difference like a yoga teacher, Kalari teacher, Ayurveda teacher. Because if you are a Kalari master, you are everything. You have to know everything because we
it's
can
very
consider, yeah, we can consider Indian culture and the Indian sciences as a human body. Okay, you imagine now a human body like a Indian culture and Indian sciences like a human body. All the limbs, these are the limbs, now transforms the yoga, Kalari, Vastu, everything. So if you are saying you are a yoga teacher, you are only a hand or upper limb or a lower limb. So once you once you connect, once you try to understand that nation, not nation like this India, the India that is 5,000 years before, 6,000 years before, Sangha period. In that period, when if you understand it, then you will get connection with the transform heads, to
Mm.
attach with that culture. Once only you only attach once you attach only with this culture and understanding all the things, then only you can understand the body, full body.
Mm.
Now, what happened with you? You are all you studying in I don't know where you studied yoga and everything. But when once you this time you come to India, you get that attachment. Now you understand is
Yes.
how to blend it
Yes.
correctly. So
I felt it in
most
my
of the
body, my heart, and in my
yeah,
spirit. It just made sense.
most of the yoga teachers existing all over the world, they are missing this point.
Mm.
So they think I am a yoga teacher. That guy is Kalari teacher, and this guy is Ayurveda practitioners. These are not different things. These are everything together.
Yes.
You are seeing. It's same like you are how you see the moon. Once you see the moon is half moon. The next day you are seeing is the full moon because the moon is turning. You are not understanding that. You are thinking that that is the moon. No, that is not the moon. You only see the half part of the moon. That is the half moon.
Mm.
Yeah. So once you so why now come to the point why you have to practice yoga. Your Kalari is itself like a moving yoga that you understand now that your Kalari is a moving yoga. It's the same like yoga, but you are moving. So, what is the main benefits of yoga? Why yoga? Chittavritti Nirodhaga yoga. Chittavritti means unwanted thoughts. So, I think now I am not remembering well. I think it's 65,000 thoughts are passing every day. I think so. 65 or 75,000. Anyway, uh, then depends upon the person. Is more mad is 100,000 and above.
Yeah,
Leave
exactly.
it.
Or
So
maybe
leave
none
it.
at all.
So we are in the normal people. There are approximate this much of thoughts are going. So once the thoughts are going like this, now we are going to study a very important point that the thoughts are the orders that you are giving to your communications to the universe. So what you ask is what you get,
Mm.
what you think that you get. But all the 75,000 thoughts, the universe can't serve you.
Mm.
So you have to be very clear and very precise order you have to give. It's the same like a restaurant when you give an order is not precise. The waiter won't get you back there and they give you the food
Mm.
unless he or she get the clean idea. So these thousands of years back, that the rishis or saints, they understand the importance of thoughts and the importance of how to control the thoughts, how much is important in this aspect. And another aspect is to save your energy.
Brahmacharya.
Yeah, yeah. That's why Yama Niyama is all the stuff is to control this head.
Yeah.
Like a monkey is jumping here and there, so to control this guy first. Yeah. So once the Kalari practitioner is producing immensely power, no, it's like a nuclear reactor. So you need to control the power and use it in the proper way. Otherwise, it will be explode. It's same like a nuclear reactor is cooled by the water. It's very important that the Kalari practitioners to practice the meditation and yoga. So it's
Mm.
all inbuilt, what I want to tell. So
Yeah.
it go to hand in hand. It's blended. Everywhere you can see something. Maybe in that part in the yoga, maybe in this Kalari in the fourth or fifth stage, you can see the Ayurveda parts because you are studying the naturopathy, natural medicines. So Ayurveda is the mother of healing technique, mother of that is the ancient technique of healing, ancient technique of healing. So Can you imagine that? We also have to one. I also wondering this: how can these guys 5,000 years back to analyze, identify the chemical aspects that into these leaf? Now, if you take a leaf,
Mm.
how these people understand that chemical aspects, or how they are studied, how can they, without any mature labs, they identify the ingredients inside the roots. They study about the barks. They study about the the plants. How how it is possible?
They have to have
That's the
some
thing.
sort of God
Yeah.
intuition guiding
Uh,
them. That's not from the mind.
yeah.
That's beyond the mind.
And
Absolutely.
and yeah, thousands of years in Indian temples, you can see the Navagraha, nine planets puja. How can they how they understand the thousands of years back without any binocular? They understand the nine planets. What the hell?
Before they had cell
So
phones, they were
but
tapped
they
into
are
intuitive wisdom.
absolutely
Mm,
enlightened people that time now. So
mm,
they create this. So
mm.
now that we have to understand when we will get it. No, it's normal that you are practicing, you are doing the yoga and everything. Most of the 99 percentage, 98 percentage of the yoga teachers I met all over the world is egocentric, unfortunately. So they have to study these aspects to get to calm down their
Yes,
ego level. Yes,
yeah,
that's very important. Now
agree.
it's nowadays the yoga become a vulgar things, and the yoga become a competitive and the egocentric person. That's why so many years I never teach yoga. When I was in Italy, I think it's 2015 or 14, 15, I teach basta, stopped,
Mm.
never teach. Because there are enough speeches, this kind of competitions, and yeah, I can do this, you can do that, yeah, I can touch there, you cannot touch there. This
I
kind
can
of
put this
aspects they
behind
are
here.
doing. Yeah, same like that. So
Mm.
one day I asked you to make it fun. One day I asked to one of my one of the teachers I met, and I said, so if you touch like that, I prefer, I personally prefer that the circus team from Russia. No, Jumbo Circus Russia is a very famous circus team. When I was in little, they came to our cities to around in the village. We all guys are going there. So I don't think any of the yoga teachers can do so. So circus people are better than the yoga teachers. So it's not a circus.
There's a studio around here that has they were called Circus Soul, and he was an ex circus person, and his studio was very, people would flock to him because he's a good person, right? But it was
Yeah.
because of his acrobatics and things. But yeah, it's
Ah,
I appreciate the different elements of Kalaripayattu because you're right. To really understand this, you really have to dedicate your life to it. And your lifestyle has to reflect it because otherwise you're not going to fully get it. And the thing is, there's so many elements to it that you have to remain humble because if
yeah,
your ego gets in the way, it's going to make you blind. Uh,
yeah.
you have to remain humble and be open to like you said, your grandfather with this umbrella and he's like, oh, this leaf does this and here's the name. And then 2 weeks later, what's the name of that leaf I told you? Like pop quiz,
Yeah,
right? And
yeah,
it's a sacred art that you have to have like a ceremony with. You have to connect your heart to it to fully understand. You cannot just understand it intellectually. There's no shortcut. And the thing is that people want a shortcut now. It's like, oh, okay, I can make my body, put my ankles behind my head. Like, look at the kind of yogi that I am. But the reality is that to be a full Kalari Abhyasi or maybe Guru call to study this art is to do so with a dedicated heart and really take the practice as your personal sadhana and study its depths and fall in love with it because it's got so much character and richness and from the healing properties to the discipline properties, and they start to become interweaved. It reminds me of, as a body worker, fascia. So fascia is like this extracellular matrix that just binds everything together. And it's so
Yeah.
complex and broad. You can't fully understand it with just your mind. So you have to bow to it, take a pranam, because it is bigger than everyone. And so, but to see it encapsulated and to see it presented and protected and respected the way that you're doing, but also your school is doing, is really inspiring. And I'm just super happy to share it with people. I've been talking all about it.
Oh, yes, it's a pleasure. My institution is, it's a small island, it's a small tree that give some people the shades. I would like to people like you, to get the seeds and to go your own country and make these trees for the other people. That is my vision. Yeah.
Well, I'm
So,
definitely
right,
planting the
yeah,
seeds.
yeah. So, the particularly is a lab or what says is a model. So I want thousands of Paiste gallery all over the world because we need that in nowadays the situation of the world that demands
Mm.
in physical way and mental way, psychological way, every way, and lifestyle diseases and you know occupational disorders and
Mm.
raising the stress levels problems and this and that and new lifestyle problems. All this particularly is not enough. We need thousands of particularly all over the world, and people are welcome always, always welcome. I can do what exactly is color is first beginning with a prayer and Sahana Vavadu. We can come together. Sahana Ubunaktu. We can literally Sahana Ubunaktu in Sanskrit means we can eat together. It means we can learn together.
Mm.
Sahaviryam Karavahate means we can get the power together. Not
Mm.
I get, you get.
Mm.
There also you can see the cutting out the egos systems. All the egos together, sharing. Yeah,
Sangha.
sharing. Yeah, Samha. That's a Sahana Vaudu, Sahana Bunatu, Sahaviryam Karavavahe, Tejasina Vaditamastu. Tejasina Vaditamastu means the beyond this light. Beyond this light means what we can see is very limited things. We can only see 160. So it's very limited points we can see. In this beyond this power, beyond this light, something is controlling.
Mm.
There light is coming and low tide, high tide coming. You are speaking with me and the digestion is going on and you thinking the next question what I can ask to Hari and your saliva is producing. I don't know if you are sitting. I come with the gym and I sweat a little bit and my urinary system is happening and my eyes are blinking to produce the make sure that my water level is good and everything is okay. So all these things you can see the wonders, that wonder you have to see. So Tejasina Vadidamastu Ma Viddushavhe. That line is very important. No,
Mm.
no war. No Ma Viddushavhe means that there is no fight. There is no
No
it's my
quarrel.
you, this, that, yeah.
Yes, yes.
Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Adi Devigam, Adi Baudigam, Adi Atmigam. Om Shanti is Adi Devigam. It's yourself. Adi Baudigam is for outside, things where you have to born, which nationality you born, we have man or woman. This you don't know. That is Adi Devigam. It's God decided. Adi Baudigam. It's what you get, the good body and mind. So you are responsible to keep it good and you get a good health. That's for not only for you. You have to help for others. You have a lot of money not to use only you, that you have to give to others.
Be
So
in
this,
seva, in service.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah, in service. That's why you get rich. That's why you get good health to serve the other people. So, Shanti, these three Shanti is representing these three things. Adi Baudiga, Adi Devi, Adi Admi. Until otherwise, we can say ourselves in our Atma, for the Paramatma is universal power.
Mhm.
So all things are three things are connected. So
Paramatmane,
uh,
Paramatmane Namaha, I think. Maybe yes.
Paramatma is that is the universal power I owe you.
Mm.
So, so these are the good things. This kind of talks and thoughts are known as salsanga. Salsanga is this kind of good thoughts and good kind of talks, or it's also known as salsanga. Salsanga normally we are doing Friday after the yoga class. We master gave me this kind of this all the what I says is from my grandpa.
Okay,
These are the things.
so now I'm hearing one of the questions I had earlier as far as how some of this information is transmitted as far as the philosophies. So you have a sort of like satsang, maybe traditionally, like
Salsanga.
after a certain.
Yeah, yeah.
See, that's one thing that like we did a little bit lightly. I was only there. I trained for 2 weeks, which I plan on coming back for a full month, probably when it's a little bit cooler. June is too hot, you said, and I'll be in Mysore with Deepak. So then probably I'm coming in November, December to train again. So maybe we can meet in person. But yeah, the beauty of this art. I'm super happy to share it with everyone. I did want to ask you one more question, Hadi, as we're starting to wrap up our time. I really love another aspect of Kalaripayattu, which is it's part of it is about goddess worship. And can you talk a little bit about that? And I was very happy to know that Kerala was a bit more of a matriarchal state. At least it used to be. I'm not sure the current time, but like the respects to the goddesses. And I guess there's a goddess of Kalaripayattu. Because if what it represents, like representing
Well,
a creation, like Shiva and Shakti coming together as equally represented.
yeah. One thing is India is the reality is the state. The when it's born, so historically it's a matriarchic state.
Mm.
Because it's changed very nearby. Because I think it's maybe less than 100 years it will become the patriotic country. It's because before it's matriarchic country, because all the of the legacies are passing through the mother side.
Mm.
So yeah, it's very close. And also it's Shakti, Kali, Bhadra,
Adraka.
and and Lakshmi.
Mm.
Uh, Lakshmi is a goddess
Prosperity.
of wealth, wealth. Yeah, and Saraswati is the goddess of Vidya, knowledge. Kali is a power, Shakti.
Mm.
So many aspects, and you know that some maybe people are wondering why this is. There are some temples are there are Yoni Puja. Is
Wait, pardon me,
considered.
Yoni
Yeah.
Puja? Talk to me. I've never heard of this. I've heard of Lingam Puja. I mean, it would
No,
make
no, no,
sense.
no. Here is your Yoni Puja. Yoni Puja is there. Yoni Puja is
Ah,
there. So yeah, it's because there is beginning everything. You are that's the beginning. Yeah, that is the beginning. So Indian nowadays the Indian population is a little bit spoiled because we call they they are madly following the Western culture and they don't reach there, but they left the what they have and they don't reach there. So in between this time, leave it. So in these aspects, there are Yoni Puja, yes, of course, and every temple have a very special Bhadra Puja and the goddess are very important and the ladies are very respectful and very powerful as well. Still in Tamil Nadu, if they are close to our state, is another state is Tamil Nadu. If you
Yes.
passing in Tamil Nadu, in home, last word is woman. Woman is decided everything. So uh, it's very very woman is very important in our culture and tradition and respectful. She is considered as a Shakti. Yeah.
Jai Shakti Ma.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Um, well, Hari, so how can people get a hold of, hopefully they'll hear this podcast. Maybe they want to come out and train at Payattu Kalari. How can they get in touch? Your website?
Yeah, there is a site www.paitigulari.com and the Instagram also Paitigulari. Deepak is very active in Paitigulari, Instagram and Facebook.
Yes.
Yeah, yes. And yeah, I think you can find out easily when you are Kalari schools in India, Kalari schools, Kerala. I
Mm.
think there is first or second page, there is the Paitigulari, I think. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Um,
It's founded in 2013, December 19th. Yeah,
uh,
and we passed the 10 years with the blessing of Grand.
well, you just passed that.
One
So
day,
my studio opened in 2014, yours opened in 2013. That's beautiful.
yeah, yeah, one day after the dinner, I used to go to sleep, and then my grandpa catch me and he says, "Okay, sit there, and now you are doing this, and you study medicines, and you are pretty good to make medicines. So I think it's time to you start your own school." That is the beginning of Spirituality.
Oh, that's so beautiful. And that you received that, because that takes courage, because I'm sure you knew in that moment that like, okay, well, this is going to be a huge part of my life. So, yeah. So thank you for taking that on as part of your Dharma. Very beautiful.
You're welcome. Yeah.
Yes. So thank you so much, Hadi, for your time.
Thank
I
you. Thank you.
appreciate it
Thank
so
you.
much. And to our listeners, I am going to be putting in the show notes the website to Payattu Kalari. Share this podcast with anyone who's interested in martial arts. It is an absolute treat to train Kalari Payattu. It's a beautiful practice, blending spirituality. And the way that I describe it to Westerners is sort of like yoga, karate, and Ayurveda.
Ayurveda massage.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. So
all right.
we cannot. So we can't. This is the situation. We can't say nowadays. Say, "Kalai, what is kalari?" I can't say. I am also doubt. Is it a martial art? No. Is it a yoga? No. Is it a even whether it's all blend. It's Indian curry. It's an Indian
It's a kitchery.
everything you can see. You it's a curry, Indian curry. There are all spices there.
And it's delicious.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
All right. Thank you
Nice
so
to see
much,
you.
Harry, for your
Thank
time.
you. Thank
Namaste.
you. Namaste.
Thank you so much for listening. If you want to support the podcast and if it's helping you, please consider writing a review. You can go to iTunes or Google Play, go into the search bar and type in Thrive Yoga Fit Transformational Coaching, scroll down, and you can leave a review. This helps other people to find me as well as bumps us up in the search ratings. Also, this podcast is sponsor-free, so that means we don't receive anything for doing it. If you feel so inclined and this podcast is helping to support you and you want to return the favor and help to support any production costs of the podcast, feel free to give a donation to a Venmo link, Thrive Yoga Fit, or PayPal, Aaron@aaroncoach.com. If you don't have the means, don't worry about it. We're not going anywhere. You're all good. But if you would like to give back, you can give back in those ways. Thank you so much. Namaste.